Saki to me.
Hey everybody, it's Detto. I'm back here. I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Steve Pugh. He's down the road podcasting at Dads with Nerdy Ambitions. Check it out, DNA. Find it on, I believe, every single source you can. All right, thanks.
Saki to me.
Hey everybody, it's Detto. Welcome back to Saki to Me. I'm here with T-Bot, my girl.
Hey, hey.
There she is, the infamous Hey Hey. That's where she lays in the hay. What up?
Oh, boy.
Could I get a what, chicka? Just kidding.
Oh, boy.
I was trying to make you laugh again. We're going to have a hard time today, aren't we?
We are going to have a real hard time
We are going to
today.
have a hard time. Anyway, today's episode is about stupid people and smart people. And which ones are which?
Oh.
It's like which is which. You know what I mean? I got you already.
I can't.
We're not even a minute into the show, and I got you already.
Yeah, this is going to be, I'm going to laugh the entire time.
You got solid giggles going on
I
the
do
entire
have
episode.
solid giggles.
Oh boy, this ought to be rich.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody out there, you know that I always talk about people being so stupid, like slow drivers and people that buy lotto and all that stuff. Well, there's also the other side of that coin where they aren't stupid and they're really intelligent and they're really good people and they do what they can for people. And that's what we're going to try and focus on. And then we're going to figure out the in-betweens, which is probably myself, to be honest. I'm in the in-betweens.
I would go with that.
I'm dumb as a stump.
No, you're not dumb as a stump,
But I try and do the best I can for everyone around me.
You do.
Yeah. Like, if you're pissing me off with lotto, that's because I am not that stupid. Or if you're building rockets, I'm not that smart.
Yo, I'm glad you said that. Because I cannot see that happening.
I'm struggling with building a podcast.
True story.
There's no way I'm that smart.
True story. That's
All right.
funny.
We are literally 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this thing, and we have a serious case of the giggles.
I'm going to try to keep it under control.
So this should be a pretty good show.
It should be a really good show.
Anyway, it's like there are different people in this world. There are people that are sedimentary, and there are people that are adventurous, I guess, for lack of better terms. There are people that are comfortable with just being where they are at that time, and they don't aspire for anything else. And then there are people that have these outlandish dreams. They reach for the stars, grab them if you can.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I personally feel there's something wrong with being sedimentary.
Why?
Only because I don't think you get anywhere.
Why?
It just seems to me like it's unfulfilling.
Okay.
Like you want to keep learning.
But maybe they like where they're at and don't care.
Well, that's fine, but I believe they call that settling. No?
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
You settle.
You settle. But maybe there are people in this world that just don't care and want to settle. And there's nothing wrong with that. They get into a niche, they get into a mode, they don't
You
care
said
anymore.
it, niche.
Yeah.
We just had that conversation before the show.
We did have that conversation. I used that word. Woo!
Probably why it's stuck in your head.
Maybe.
Maybe I just taught you something. Maybe you're learning.
Oh, boy.
Maybe you're one of the learners.
Oh, maybe.
But I do feel like there's just people that just sit there. They get up, they rub their eyes, get in the shower, go to work, go home, make dinner, watch TV, go to bed, get up, rub their eyes, get in the shower, go to work, go home, make dinner. That is boring as hell.
Boring as
hell. They have no imagination or creativity.
And they're also probably very lonely and sad.
I feel like that might be a part of it.
Yeah. Yep.
The biggest thrill to life is learning, to be honest.
Yep.
Learning something new.
Right.
Like,
when you tell me something about some kind of movie or something that I didn't know, I'm like, wow, okay, I didn't know that.
I'm constantly teaching all three of you something new. It's crazy.
Here we go.
It's crazy. But you know what's even crazier? Is there are people that'll teach me new things.
That's true.
So,
I've actually said it, not often enough, but I actually say something to everyone, and they're like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, oof, didn't know that?
Well, I already knew you didn't know it.
Nice.
Yeah. Got it. There it is. But it's, I don't know. I just don't understand how people want to be.
Status quo.
Status quo. Exactly. It doesn't sit right with me personally. And that's my opinion.
That's your opinion.
It's not like it's wrong.
No.
And I'm not judging anybody.
Right.
I just simply don't understand it. Like, I have a job already, and I started this because I wanted to do something else. Right. I just want to continue to learn how to do things.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, at this point, I'm learning how to edit
I know.
manage websites.
Yep.
I'm not very good at it.
Well.
I could really use a professional's help. But at the same time, I'm still trying it and trying to do it and trying to learn from it, which will expand my knowledge.
Sure.
And when you do that, like the more you think and the more you try and learn, the longer you're going to live.
You think so?
Brain games and those puzzles will help you ward off dementia and all that stuff.
That is true.
When you just get up, go to work, 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 you'll end up probably with dementia.
Okay. Well.
Because you've basically given your brain no reason to work.
Well, but they're working, depending on what they work at. What if they work as an accountant? What if they work as a scientist? They're working.
My profession, which I love so much, is construction.
I know.
And the biggest part about it is it's different every day.
Correct.
But the same thing applies all the time. If I'm building a house, it's the same thing over and over and over again.
Correct.
New spot.
Right.
It's the other things in my profession, siding, windows, doors, trying to replace something, an addition, that's where you have to use your brain.
Yeah.
So that's where it happens. If you have for lack of a better one, an accountant.
Yeah.
It's just numbers in the same place all the time. I'm sure there's different nuances to it. I'm not shaming accountants. In fact, everybody needs an accountant. And the better you are, the better we are.
Right.
But it's just an example as to how, let me put this here in this form, and I need this form, and I need this form. It's just the same thing over and over and over again.
You're probably right. Right.
It's like middle management, or even somebody that works for the state. They go to their job.
Yeah.
They sit down. They probably listen to podcasts for most of the day. Get about 4 hours of work done.
Oh, boy. What'd you do all day? How was your day? I listen to podcasts all day.
And then they go home. They make dinner. They go to sleep. They get up and they go back and do the same thing over and over and over again. And it's to the point where, like, the state especially will it's like, oh, you've been here for 5 years. Here's a raise.
Yeah.
You've been here for 10 years. Here's a raise. So, and that's why they stay in it.
Right.
But they don't expand themselves.
Again, some people just get in that niche or that groove or whatever you want to classify it as and don't care. They're comfortable.
They're comfortable.
They just don't care.
They're cozy, comfortable. They have their it's like living in a nest. It's like you're a bird.
Right.
And you're living in a nest and you just want to stay there. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go do this.
Right.
I got to go find a worm.
Right.
I'm going to come home, feed the kids,
Yeah.
and sit in my nest.
Right.
Then I'm going to get up, go find another worm.
Yeah.
Come home, feed the kids, sit in my nest.
Right. Some people are like that. I, for one, am not like that.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. I cannot do that.
My brain runs at 1,000 miles a minute.
Yes, it does.
It changes from minute to minute. Ooh,
Yes.
Squirrel.
Totally.
And I don't ever want to stop learning how to do things. I enjoy taking new things on. It makes it even more enriching and fulfilling if I don't know how to do it.
Right.
That's why even with my son playing soccer, it's the one sport I really don't watch.
Yeah.
So I'm into it.
Right.
Because I know nothing about it. I can't yell at him.
Yep.
I can't tell him he's doing something wrong because I don't know.
God.
I don't know. So, but I'm learning soccer.
Right.
And it's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
It really is.
Yep.
It's incredible.
But you learned it.
And I learned it.
Yep.
And those are the critical thinking skills that you have to have going through everything to make judgments and informed decisions and stuff like that. You have to understand that sitting around isn't going to be beneficial for you.
No, but does that fall into a category of people being dumb or stupid?
I do believe so.
Really?
I don't believe that they're stupid. I say that, and I should probably stop saying it. But I believe it's where you begin to become ignorant in a way. I don't mean your intellect is low.
Yes, because...
I mean that the fact that you've you've gotten yourself into such a life rut and you're comfortable there that you're not able to see over the little hills. Do you know what I mean? Like your rut's deep enough to keep your head below the edges.
Yeah.
So you can't see into the other frames of life.
Right.
And then you just stay there and you're there.
You're there.
So you become, I guess, ignorant.
Stagnant,
ignorant, and not in a bad way.
No.
I don't mean like you're mean or rude or anything like or curt, whatever.
Right.
But you're ignorant to the fact that there's not anything else out there.
Well, there is. They just choose not to go out there and get it or find it.
That's right.
But that's their choice, too.
That's 100% true.
Correct.
It's their choice.
Right.
They're allowed to do that.
Right.
They can.
because you're on a different level than that, so you can't understand that avenue of them being that way. Because like you, I want to learn, I want to do things, I want to go places and do things. And you're right, there's people that just don't want to get off their couch.
You're welcome, by the way.
Oh?
You're welcome.
For?
Podcasting. You're right. Like, this is something you never would have done yourself.
Oh, gosh, no.
And
never.
You enjoy doing it now, don't you?
I do enjoy doing it now. Yes.
And I'm not trying to take credit for this, don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to say that, like, this is something that you never would have done.
Nope.
So it makes you non-stagnant.
Right. Agree. Because I learned something new, and it's a challenge, and I'm learning every day.
Correct. We're all learning here.
Yes.
All four of us are learning at the same time.
Yes.
What to do, what not to do.
Yes.
A lot of what not to do.
I was going to say the same thing. A lot of that.
But the four of us are here in this situation because we just all seem to have fallen on the same spot at the same time. And this is one of my wild and kooky ideas. Just like just giving away burritos outside the window to the people that go into the dump.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Something to do.
Leave a tip.
Leave a tip.
Leave $5 for two of them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bam, done. And they're going to be delicious. You know they are.
I know they are.
I also have those, the hash browns. Made those this morning. Now, those were good. And it comes down to understand, I guess, to segue into everything, it comes down to understanding the difference between people.
Yeah. But here's the other thing, too. Not everyone's easy to read. Not everyone's easy to read. You know that. There's some people out there that you just...
I'd have to go ahead and say I think you're wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are some people that aren't easy to read, but you can still read them.
That doesn't...
Yeah. You can. You basically, you know.
Okay, let's go with an instinct, then.
You're unsure of knowing where they are, but you know where they are at the same time. Because I've said to you and to everyone else 1,000,000 times, there's only two options in life. Two. Up, down, left, right, north, south, east, west, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, whatever. There's only two choices. There's no in between. There isn't.
Okay.
So then empathy enters into everything.
Right. Yes.
And empathy is the understanding of the feelings of others, right?
Yes.
So you understand that somebody that wants to sit there in what you consider a rut in life,
yeah,
well, that's their choice. It's their life. Let them live it whatever way they want.
I agree.
You can't tell them what to do.
No.
You can't make them do something different.
You could try.
You could, I guess, give them an example of how it would be better.
Right.
Or, I don't know. I don't know what you would do, but you can't make them do anything.
Yeah.
They're going to want to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you try, the more they resist.
Yeah.
And that's why the longer the leash, the closer everyone will stay.
Right.
Like that. And that's how it goes. And so you get into the spot where I'm always talking about people are stupid.
Oh, yeah.
They're inherently selfish. And they just don't care about anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they can't see over those ridges. They don't even know about everybody else. They think that their world is the way it's supposed to be. Which is fine.
Yeah, which is fine.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
That's right.
Right.
You can live your life whatever way you want.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be popular. You don't have to be a CEO of any company.
Right.
You can be middle management.
Mm-hmm.
You can go home. You can feed your dog. You can go to sleep. You can get up and you can do the whole thing over again for the rest of your life.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But it's when you begin to assume that that's the way it's supposed to be, that's when it becomes a problem for other people.
Yes. I will give you that. Yes, and that becomes the problem.
That's when everything happens.
Right.
That's when people become apparently selfish. They take over.
Well, they assume a lot of things, too.
Everybody assumes a lot of things. And like judgment. Like, you can't figure out whether or not you like somebody if you haven't judged them.
Correct.
It's important.
Agree.
Everyone judges everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And when you say, I don't judge anybody,
oh,
you're a lying sack.
You're a
You
liar.
are a lying sack. Buster. You have. Because you don't know if you like a person or don't like a person.
That's a judgment.
Unless you judge them.
Right. You've already formed your opinion, so that's
Correct.
a judgment.
That's it.
Yes.
So anybody that says, I don't judge people.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have any friends.
Right.
And you wouldn't be here telling me you don't judge anybody.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Again, that's people being stupid because they say they don't judge anybody, and in actuality, they really do.
But that's ignorance. And that's what I describe as stupid. It's
Okay.
basically just ignorance.
Yes.
It's just ignorance.
Right.
Because they don't want to learn. They're the ones stuck.
Yeah.
Like, even in culture with racism and all that stuff,
Oh, yeah.
you're ignorant if you still believe these things.
They don't want to learn, though. They don't want to know.
They don't want to.
No. They've already formed their opinion, and that's
Correct.
what it's going to be. You can't change their opinion.
But your opinion should be like life. And your opinion should change every day. Because if it doesn't, you're stuck.
Yeah, you are stuck.
You're stuck right where you are.
Big rut. You're drowning.
I still, to this day, say that racism literally doesn't exist. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Yes.
And I know people are going to get mad at me for that.
Yep.
But
that's okay.
Seriously,
Sure.
I judge people. I do.
Yes.
I judge them.
Mhm.
And I judge. It's like a book by the cover.
Right.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it.
Oh, yeah.
But I come to find out most people are just very nice.
Most people are very
Most
nice.
people are just very nice.
Yeah.
There are some a-holes.
Yes.
I almost said it.
Oh, thank God.
I almost said it.
Bleep
There
that
are
one
some
out.
there are some a-holes, and they ruin it for a lot of other people.
Yes.
But for the vast majority,
Yep.
most people are just very nice.
And I think also, too, I think people are introverted, so they don't want to judge, or they don't want to go out and learn anything because it's just the way they are. Like, I went to someone yesterday, my doctor, and she knows what she's doing, but I can tell she's very introverted. Like, she didn't want to have a conversation too much. She got straight to work, which, again, is not a bad thing. But I'm the type of person, I like to have communication. I like to get to know the person. That's just my personality. So when she came at me with like this dumb kind of, right, what's wrong with you? What's going on? Blah, blah. I'm like, okay, time out.
She was dry.
Very, very, which falls into, is that like a stupid person? I don't think so, because she didn't want to get to know me or doesn't care. But I don't know how to classify that. So I'm struggling with that.
I don't know that doctors really want to get into personal affairs of their clients or their patients.
Some do.
And I think doctors, a lot of times, or doctors or anybody in that kind of
field,
not even field, but that kind of work atmosphere where they have to deal with person after person after person after person.
Okay.
Like even if you're a cashier and somebody just keeps coming up to you, different people, one after another, and they're trying to talk to you, you get to a point where you just shut off. You're like, I'm done. I know I do it.
Yeah, you do it.
I'm an introvert.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
No, I know.
I have this extrovert personality.
Yep.
And yet I am a complete introvert. I just want to stay home, watch movies, and not talk to anybody.
That is so true.
And yet I can go out there and I can be the life of the party.
Oh, yeah.
My personality is a blessing and a curse.
Oh, yeah.
I've told you that 1,000 times.
1,000,000 times. Don't say 1,000. It's 1,000,000. But I guess I struggle with that, because as I fall into a stupid person, come on, I want to, at least if you're going to talk, you're going to take care of me for 45 minutes, just ask me questions, get to know me, good, you know what I mean? So I'm struggling with that.
I wouldn't take it personally.
I don't, but
What time did you go in there? After 5 o'clock?
Around 4 o'clock.
Yeah, she spent.
So she spent. I agree. I totally agree. She's had it. She's done it. I agree.
If you met her at like 10 o'clock in the morning, she had 2 coffees already. Bam. Totally different conversation.
You're probably right, though.
Totally
Actually,
different.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You're probably right. And
most people, by the end of the day, with dealing with all those people that have question after question after question after question. Because there's some people out there that are just like hypochondriac.
Oh, no. Well,
and they
I'm
go to the
not that
doctor
way.
and they have to have a million questions.
Yeah.
And that's why the doctors get backed
Burnt
up.
out.
They get burned out. Yeah. And all of a sudden, so you go there at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you didn't want to know anything, you're just like, hey, doc, this is what I got wrong. He's like, oh, thank God. Thank God. She ain't got a million questions.
Well, it's funny because you say that. I just talked to my accountant, and she's highly intelligent, but again, an introvert. So I said to her, I said, look, I'm going to be easy. I got this, this, and this. I said, no brainer. She's like, thank God. I go, yeah, I can see this is the worst time of year for you. You're struggling. And
that's a perfect example, an accountant.
Right.
Like person after person after person after person
Yep.
that they have to deal with and answer questions.
Right.
And eventually doing it for 8 hours a day.
Oh, gosh.
Even like a hairstylist or a barber or whatever, on your feet for 8 hours a day. By the end of the day, you're like, oh, just shut up. I want to go home.
Because you're just tapped out, and all the people that come up to you and ask you stupid questions, like, just stop talking.
So I wouldn't take it personally if I were you.
I know, I'm not. It's just
maybe your doctor is dry.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I know.
Some people are.
They're there to do a job.
Person.
They're there to do a job.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I don't know. I think That's about.
What you want to talk about?
Well,
By stupid people and not stupid people? There are stupid people in this world. I'm sorry.
There are stupid people in this world.
I'm sorry.
And you can see them.
I can see them.
You know, here's a story. I was in Vegas for a softball tournament, and I'm with 12 other guys, all over the age of 18, right? And we're standing there, and there's this guy, and he's wearing this sandwich board, just yelling about how awful we are as people.
Oh, boy.
And he's standing on the street with a sandwich board. It reminded me of Die Hard, where Bruce Willis had to go in there and stand there with a sandwich board on, and he had the derogatory term on the sandwich board, and Samuel L. Jackson comes out. He's like, "What in the hell are you doing?"
Okay, I do remember that scene.
You're going to get yourself killed. And that's what this guy was doing. And he kept yelling stuff. And then there were people up around him, and they started forming a circle. And you know how people are.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing draws a crowd like a crowd,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So all of a sudden, the 12 of us are up in there, and we're all talking to him. Like, dude, you got to understand this is on you, right?
Yeah.
You got to understand it's on you. You're doing this to yourself.
Right.
Nobody called you and said, hey, come stand here with a sandwich board on. You chose to do this.
You chose to do this.
And he's like, you don't understand? God's going to have a salvation. I was like, if that's what you believe, cool, man.
Yeah.
But you've got to understand that there are other people that don't believe that.
Right.
And you can't force it on them.
Right. Right.
So you chose to do this.
Right.
And any backlash that you get,
you got to know it's coming.
It's coming, and it's your fault.
It's your fault.
It's your own fault. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
And that, at that point, I was like, that's the epitome of dumb.
Dumb. Stupid.
That's dumb.
Right.
And there are people that just don't have many brain cells.
No.
But
doesn't make them a bad person, though.
We shouldn't insult them, because
No.
I think those are the people that actually listen to the show.
Exactly.
I don't want to insult our
10% of people that listen.
yeah, I don't want to insult the audience. It's not going to work well.
Oh, God.
But anyway, that's my take on smart people and stupid people. Keep learning no matter what.
Exactly.
Keep reading, keep learning. Strive for something bigger, even if you think you can't do it. Whether you fail or not, you know what? You tried. You know how far you get without walking? Nowhere. Seriously.
True story.
That's why they call it baby steps or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
All right, Kat. We're at the end of our episode.
Okay.
So I'm going to say goodbye to you.
Love chit-chatting with you.
Hopefully I see you again soon.
You will.
I don't know when you're scheduled to be in here next for another episode, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
And enjoy your week.
You too.
Enjoy your month. Enjoy your year. Whatever happens. Who knows? We could be dead tomorrow. We're too stupid to realize it.
Okay.
Right. Okay, everybody. Thanks for listening. And as always, be good.
Socky Doomy.
Hey, everybody. It's Detto. Thanks for checking out the show today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to us. We can hook up, interact. You can tell us what you like about the show. Talk about what you don't like about the show. Give us information and insight. We'd appreciate it. We only want to make the show better for you guys. Also, if you get a chance, head over to sumassembly.net. That's our sponsor, and he could really use some business. All right? As always, everybody, be good.
Socky Doomy.